We're back again, and today I wanted to show you, kind of wanted to run through all the guitars that I primarily use in designing pedals. I've had this question over and over for a while, and I really have never detailed it on a video, necessarily. Lots of emails, but not in a video. So I figured I would, you know, do it for a video. Might make for a fun video. First of all is my number one, my Whitfill Telecaster. This looks old, but it is not. It's relic. Made by Charles Whitfill out of Kentucky. He does a really super good job. You can see the neck looks like it's been worn down and played forever. And actually, the thing about his relicing is it actually feels old. It feels like it's broken in versus some of the other ones, they just look like they were dragged behind a truck for a little bit. But this one actually feels good and worn in. I just love the way it sounds. So right now I am playing with my Bravado amp. I got a Plexi Drive set up here, gain about 80% of the way up. Tone at about 11 o'clock. Volume just a hair over unity. I have and this is the standard Plexi Drive. It's actually an old one because all my show board stuff is put together because we're getting ready to go to NAMM and I didn't want to pull one off the board. So anyways, long story short, same thing. My clean tone is as such on the bridge pickup of this luscious white Whitfill Telecaster. Onto the neck. And when you apply a little bit of Plexi Drive to it, it sounds like this. So, whenever it's possible, this is the guitar I take to shows with me. This is the guitar that I take to gigs with me. This feels like a part of my body. I can't say enough good things about this guitar. Love it. So, let's go on to the next one. I got a bunch of Telecasters, but let's go on to the next one. Okay, and for the next one, this is my, it's a Mexican Strat. And it's got a bender in it. So, right there. And basically, bought it off Bill Warford, I believe his name was. Sadly, he passed away. But it does have a G bender in it. Bridge on the clean tone. Middle pickup. Rarely use the middle pickup. Or middle, there's no middle pickup in this, but I mean the middle selector. So basically it's both pickups. Onto the neck. And of course, got to show a little bit of the bender action. I don't have a Strat near me, but basically just when you pull your strap, it pulls this little doohickey. That's the technical term for it, by the way. It pulls the doohickey. You can control what pitch, so you can make sure you're in tune by this little doohickey number 2. And yeah, you just go, and that's what it does. So let's put a little Plexi Drive onto the bridge. Onto the neck. Not my most favorite guitar. I do play it every so often because of the bender and only because of the bender. I've thought about getting other benders in my other Telecasters, but honestly kind of afraid it's going to change the way they play, or not really play, but the way they sound. And I bought this with the bender in it, so I didn't know what it sounded like before. So, stock pickups in this, in the white Whitfill Telecaster I just had. It is the pickups that Charles makes. So it actually has a person that works for him that makes those pickups. So they're Whitfill pickups. These are just the stock ones. The blue Telecaster you probably have seen me play here and there on videos. On to the next one. Okay, and this is it's actually a Valley Arts, but it's a Brent Mason model Telecaster. I think Valley Arts was made by Gibson for a while. Don't know if they still are. I don't think they make these guitars anymore. I bought it because I was a huge Brent Mason fan. And I will say honestly that after playing Brent's actual guitar and playing this, they don't feel the same to me. They sound somewhat close, but not as close as I would have thought, I guess. But I do like the sound. Like, it's still got a really good sound to it. The way his knobs work, he's got 3 knobs, like a volume and tone, and the middle knob blends in the middle pickup. So you get a bunch of different sounds. So on the bridge, you get this sort of sound. And if I blend in the pickup just a little bit, actually let's go all the way up so you can get the full effect. So for example, on like songs like Chattahoochee, if I recall right, Brent said he was on his bridge and he rolled in just a little bit of the middle pickup. Something like that. Onto the neck and pickups. I forget exactly what they are. I think they're Seymour Duncans, and I forget what that one is. Someone will know out there, I'm sure. I just forget off the top of my head. On the neck, that's the neck. Now we'll turn on the Plexi Drive. And let's just go straight to the neck. So it's got a really nice warm sound. Make sure that middle pickup's off, hit the bridge one more time. Fun guitar to play. It's pretty heavy. It's about as heavy as a Les Paul. And it's got really nice tuners as well. Same kind of Brent. But it's, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a regular Telecaster to me. I like it, it's just not the same. But I have it probably more for nostalgia reasons. I've actually thought about getting rid of it. I just haven't yet because I'm a fan of Brent Mason. So anyways, here we go to the next. All right, and the next guitar is another Whitfill. So I think it was a few years ago I was talking to Charles about making me something a little bit more like a cross between a Les Paul and a Telecaster. So it's a set neck. The scale I believe is the same as a Les Paul if I recall correctly. His own pickups of course. And it's actually really light. I assume it's chambered. I don't know for sure, but it's pretty light. But it's just a really nice guitar. Really fat sounding for anything Telecaster sounding. So here we go on the bridge. So as you can see, much more mid-rangey. Definitely not a whole lot like a Telecaster. Right on the neck here. And we'll kick on, or push on, the Plexi Drive. over to the neck. So again, this is my burgundy-ish, I guess it's kind of a burgundy color, set neck Whitfill. So, very great guitar as well. All right, and a bit of an oddball next. Okay, so this is a Schecter C1 Standard. Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't really seem like the type of guitar that a pick and chicker like me would probably play. But I actually, I got this at a Guitar Center because it sounded pretty good and it felt really good. But it's a totally different sound than what I would normally go for. It's got a switch here that splits the coils, I believe, and stock Duncan designed pickups. So, anyways, it's a fun guitar to play. Pickups are quite a bit hotter than some of my other stuff, so it's a good thing to test a lot of different pedals out with. On the bridge. Now when I split that coil, totally different sound. Onto the neck. Fun guitar to play. Feels really good. Not very expensive. Yeah, I'd buy it again. I've been thinking about doing some modifications to have the back off. I was contemplating today putting some new pickups in just to see what would happen if I liked them. Because I have quite a few different pickups to choose from that just from over the years. So, I don't know. I may do that on an upcoming video. But that's the Schecter. On to the next. Alright, so this is yet another Whitfill. Just a beautiful guitar. Feels good, very light as well. The neck is quite a bit thicker. So the neck basically is like a baseball bat. It's just this huge chunk of wood. It's like hold on to a round 2x4 or a pole. But it feels good and sounds really good. The pickups, I was trying to think. I replaced the pickups. Can't remember if they're Von Scout pickups or they might be, I want to say, is it Porter pickups or Total Concept? Maybe it's Total Concept pickups, I believe. Anyways, on to the bridge. And the neck. Let's kick on the Plexi Drive on the bridge. Fun thing to play. The strings are a little bit dead on this, so I probably need to change strings. They're just a smidge dead. But still, it's a great guitar to test through pedals because it's just, even though it is a Telecaster, the pickups are a bit hotter. I don't know, it's just another tool to use for the job. So, I guess it's Butterscotch, right? Butterscotch Whitfill Telecaster. And another one, come on. All right, so this guitar is actually quite special to me. This was my first Fender Telecaster, and quite honestly, probably my first decent guitar that I got in. It's a 52 reissue, but I got it in, I don't know, early 90s maybe mid 90s, something like that. From a place called IRC Music in Indianapolis. If you happen to be from Indiana, you're probably familiar with it. But yeah, it's my first Telecaster. Put a hip shot bender on it. I don't really use it I don't hardly ever use it at all. It does got a little drop D thing. You can drop your E down to D, which makes it quite handy. Pickup is a Seymour Duncan something or other in the bridge, and I believe the neck was a replacement from Fender. Got them on eBay like ages and ages ago. But this was the guitar that I learned all the country stuff that I was playing, and the one I really kind of when I was playing in bands, I played this quite a bit, even for all different types of music, but it just always felt right. Telecaster always felt good to me. So on the bridge, here we go. And to the neck. And let's turn on the Plexi Drive with it. To the neck. So this is my, I think this is made in Japan. Fender Telecaster, 52 reissue, my first ones. Awesome. All right, and that's the end of the Telecasters. So, on to the next one. Okay, you're not going to believe this. Yes, I do have an Ibanez Rg 350 MDX with the Wang bar. So, fun guitar to play, again. Pretty 80s rockish, right? So, you know, I got my dad attire on today, so I'm in the right place, I suppose. But the pickups are really hot in this. Big, fat, and warm, and the strings are a little rusty now that I look at it. I don't play it that much, just pretty much when I'm messing with new circuits. So here we go on the bridge. Let's just go straight to the neck. It does have some good in-between sounds as well, though. The Plexi Drive. Nope, turn that volume up a little bit. Not much of a wing bar player, as you can tell, but and that is the Ibanez Rg 350 MDX. Bone stock. Bought it for like $100. Cool. Okay. All right, and this is actually a little special to me. So I had a neighbor a few houses ago, and he like restored houses and bought investment houses and fixed them up, sold them. But anyways, that's not important. What is important is he found this in a garage. Someone had left it behind. It's just a Squire Bullet, so it's not super expensive, but I just thought it was a nice gesture that he knew I played guitar, and he's like, here, dude, you can have this. So that meant a lot to me, so I'm just going to keep it around for that. It doesn't sound that bad either. Pretty decent. I haven't changed anything in it. Put new strings on it, that's about it. So on the bridge. To the neck. Let's do a few of those in between positions as well. All right, and let's turn on the Plexi Drive. To the neck. So this is my white Squire Bullet Strat. All right, and one more Whitfill. All right, so this is my, I don't know what you'd call this, my off-white Whitfill Strat. So, and of course it is relic as well. It does great relicing. This neck is a little bit chunkier. I forget exactly like what taper and everything, what size it is. But I did, whenever I had him build it for me, I was explaining that I wanted something that kind of felt a little bit more like a Telecaster in the neck, just a little chunkier and meatier, rather than something more traditionally Stratty, I guess you could say. So it feels, it's, again, the Whitfill makes really light stuff, so it's really light, it's really resonant. Sounds great though. So here we go on the bridge. So here we are on the neck pickup. And we'll turn on the Plexi Drive on the bridge. So fun Stratocaster to play. As you guys have heard me talk before, I'm normally not a gigantic fan of Strats, but between this one and that Squire, and I do have my fat Strat, you'll see in a minute, but these are the only ones that really stuck around with me. I've had a bunch of them over the years, and these are the only ones that really resonated with me, I guess you could say. So, all right, how many more we got? We got a couple more. All right, so this is the Strat that I broke the neck off of. Oh! It's pretty heavy. It's mediocre sounding at best, but it does a job, and you know, I can't complain. It's a decent. It's a decent Strat. Pickup wise, I know where I placed them. I think they're by Tonal Concepts, and he did the whole wiring and everything. So the middle knob, I believe, now blends in the neck, which is kind of a cool feature if you like it. You can make it a little bit warmer. So on the bridge, just by itself, it's quite a bit more meatier. It's more meaty than what you'd normally have with a Strat with a humbucker in it, with a stock humbucker anyways. So here we go on that. Let me roll a little bit of that neck in. All right, and position number 2. Number 4. And the neck. And let's turn on the Plexi Drive. So position number 2, 3, 4, and the neck. Love the neck pickup you put in on this. Love that thing like crazy. But this is my Strat that used to have a totally different neck on it. Bill Stoltz in Martinsville, Indiana, placed it for me and did a fantastic job. Got a little Les Paul action coming up. Okay, here we have an Agile 2000. I guess that's the model. Les Paul copy. So this is, I got this 2006, I believe, and maybe 2005, somewhere in that area. And I did end up changing the pickups to, actually came out of the Les Paul that's coming up next. On my clean tone, I got a little bit of fret buzz going on my B and E string, so forgive me for that. I just realized that it was buzzing a little bit, but we'll get through it. So here we go on the bridge. And then we'll go to the neck. All right, and with the Plexi Drive on the bridge. And to the neck. Yep, so that's the Agile. It's all right. It was inexpensive. I think I got it for $200 or something back then. Definitely not my favorite, but it works. And oddly enough, if you listen to the podcast, Chasing Tone podcast, this is the guitar that I literally could throw down the stairs and it still stays in tune, even the G string. So it's pretty crazy. So on to the Gibson. Okay, so this is my Les Paul. It's a studio, so I've been catching a little bit of slack on the comments from a person or two that doesn't like my studio. So I don't care what you think. I like it. I like the way it sounds. For the most part, kind of found a G fix for the G string a little bit, kind of messing with the slots there in the nut. But anyways, pickups, these were actually, these pickups are pretty cool because Seymour Duncan gave these to me for Christmas one year. He hand wired these for me and sent them out to me. So super sweet guy, Seymour is. And they sound great to this. So let's see, on the bridge, on the clean tone, here's what we got. On to the neck. And then we'll turn on the Plexi Drive. And to the neck. Whoa! Just beefy as all get out. So that's why I dig this guy. Just the right pickups and a lot of blood and sweat been poured onto this thing. Got it used actually from my buddy Troy, who worked at a Guitar Center here in Greenwood, Indiana, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Something like that. But he actually called me up and he's like, dude, it's a studio, but, and Troy knows his guitars. It's a studio, but it's a fantastic guitar. You got to come check it out. And I did. And I loved it, except the pickups were a little bit too dark for me. And once Seymour sent me his pickups, it's just a great guitar. So, anyways, hope this has been entertaining for you. Hope you like it. Hope it kind of gives you a little bit insight into some of the tools that I'm using or the guitars I'm using as I'm creating different pedals and different sounds and that sort of thing. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like it. If you have a comment or question, make sure you comment below and I'll do my best to answer. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you in a few days with a new video. Oh, and one more thing. So, I don't know how many videos I have on this channel now, but I've got a lot, and I'm starting to get to the point where I feel like I'm kind of getting repetitive. And really what I want to do is I want to bring value to you guys. I want, and gals, I want to talk about things that's going to help you and talk about things that you're interested in, not necessarily things that I'm interested in, because this is about you, not about me. So if you have something that you would specifically want to see me talk about or demonstrate or whatever, make sure you comment below. I actually do read each one of them. Just don't always, I try my best to comment unless it's, you know, kind of a shifty comment. That was shifty comment. But anyways, I appreciate each and every one of you. So see you in a few days with a new video later. I'm hot and sweaty, Bob. You see the sweat off my forehead? It's probably about 105 degrees in here. It's pretty hot. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. Because see, my air's off. It's off. You can put this in the video if you want, I don't care. Now it's on. So now I get a little bit of air. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Get a little bit of the window air conditioner action going. Now we can part ways and say goodbye. Love you.